just one in, one out, like it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might?
Definitely.
Sorry. It's okay.
OnlyFans model cries after sleeping with 101 men in a day. Okay, let's get right into it. This is an article by the New York Post, and it's going viral. There's an interesting backstory to all of this, but let's get into the article, and we're going to cover that in this video. So the article reads, from sex worker to sex robot, an OnlyFans model who slept with over 101 men in a day breaks down in tears as she recounts her 24-hour sex marathon. Lily Phillips, only 23 years old, had sex with over 100 men in a day back in October to create some scandalous content for her subscription-based social media page. In a documentary by YouTuber Josh Pieter, she describes how she got into OnlyFans modeling.
I started when I was at university. Very, very tame stuff. Hand bras, underwear, things like that. Because I was at university, I was like, I'm being a anyway, could make a little bit of money.
What do you mean by you were being a anyway?
Like, I was just being at university. Like, I was just sleeping around with everyone.
But I feel like I know of a lot of girls who have done that at university but then haven't gone on to become OnlyFans stars.
No, he's right. Promiscuity is not what leads to OnlyFans, right? OnlyFans is women who actually want to get paid from having sex. And that's okay. If you want to get paid, just submit it. There's an OnlyFans model that made $43 million last year, and she was a virgin. So there's a whole documentary on YouTube about this, but I want to cover one of the most important parts that I found in the documentary, and that's when all the men arrive for the 100-man sex marathon. Let's take a look.
Having had their IDs checked and release forms signed in order to allow publication on OnlyFans, 6 men sat anxiously on a sofa, waiting for their turn to have sex with Lily. Meanwhile, it seemed the reality of what Lily was undertaking was starting to become slightly more real.
Hello.
Hello, how are you feeling?
Nervous, no, excited. It's nice to actually meet the boys because it puts you at ease a bit.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. Is it
And you're not getting...
Shit, I'm nervous for you too, because the psychological damage that's going to occur to a woman after she sleeps with 100 men in one day is imminent. And I think sometimes when women get involved in this type of work, they don't realize the consequences that come along with it, right? You might feel like, oh, I'm getting paid to show my ass and to show my body, and it's easy money. But yeah, it comes with some real problems.
I'm excited just to get the first one in.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you just like want it to start. It's like doing a race, like you just want it to start.
It's early in the morning to be having.
Yeah, it is.
And 5 minutes each, right?
5 minutes each. Tries probably might do a little bit less time. I think there's about 8 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't wanna keep them waiting too long.
Fine. Yeah. Just all the best.
Thank you. Kill it.
Yeah, careful. Kill it. Lots of fluids.
Thank you.
So Lily was in high spirits right before the event started, okay? And so Josh decided to leave so she could film the event. But when he returned, he could tell that she looked visibly ejected. Take a look.
Hello, hi.
How are you?
Lily offered to show me the aftermath of their stunt.
Oh, it stinks.
What does it smell like?
Like brace yourself. Brace yourself.
Oh, holy shit.
I guess it you actually can. Is that real?
Yeah, he's not good with smells.
Lily then walked us through the process that she had repeated 100 times that day.
Come on in, make yourself at home, take your shoes off. I've got some hangers here if you want to put your coat up.
Nice.
Come on in, where you travel from today? Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you. I'll get you on the bed, make yourself comfortable, take off your trousers, and we're going to have a fun time. And then I'll give them the phone camera. I'll just say, I'm guessing you don't want your face in it.
Yeah.
And if they don't, it'll be POV phone camera.
Yeah.
I'll start usually with a and then I'd say, like, is there anything you like, don't like, any certain position you want to do?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we kind of got straight into it.
Did you do the with a condom on or?
No,
No.
I
Condom
didn't. Condom off.
Okay, but then like once they're having sex and it's like condom on type thing.
Yeah.
So a lot of the documentary is censored, I'm assuming, for YouTube. But what he asked her was, when you gave fellatio, so I guess she gave fellatio to all the guys, she did it without a condom, but then when it came to penetration, she put the condom on.
It does smell a lot like sex. I mean, and there's Rose. That's nice. Did one of the guys?
Rose.
And how are you feeling?
Surprisingly, downstairs is not really sore.
Okay.
It's more just tired. My eyes sting like nothing else.
Why?
Because of all the cum in it. I think I repeatedly said, you can come on my face, but not in my eye.
And they just went right at the eyes.
Well, I think like it might have been an accident. But no, I mean, I've definitely seen some spunk today, Jesus. And it just took definitely a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I think it was when it was only like 40 and I was like, I'm not even halfway yet.
Yeah.
And 40 is still a lot of people. Like, imagine 40 people and be like, I'm not even halfway, like, done.
When was the last time you ate?
I had I think I had a yam yam. Yam yam, is that what they're called? A little pastry. And then I think I had a sandwich, and that was and then the rest come.
Having spunk as the last thing you ate for the day is concerning. But you know what's even more concerning? Not having health insurance. And that's why today's video is sponsored by Ismail Stonewall. Take it from here, Ish.
Yeah, so thanks, Shape. So as we know, a lot of people are looking for health insurance right now. It's open enrollment. I offer free consultations to my clients. We work with small businesses, families, and individuals to find their best health insurance options. Now, we work with all major carriers, Aetna, Blue Cross, Cigna, and United, on their public and private networks. Typically, we save our clients about 20% on their premiums, and we get them PPO networks, which means nationwide coverage. So if anyone listening here could benefit from a consultation, maybe save some money on your insurance or find something better, hit me up, give me a call, give me a text, schedule with me, and I'll see if I can help you out. Let's go.
Yeah, so if you need health insurance or you're looking to reduce your premiums, give my buddy Ismail a call and let him know Shape sent you.
It's not for the weak, girls, if I'm honest. It was hard. I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very like, it's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of like, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it, like...
It's not like just having sex with someone.
Yeah. Just one in, one out, like it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Sorry.
Okay. It's okay. Just take
Yeah, 1 minute.
This is kind of like the same emotion that women feel when they hit the wall, right? They assume that everything's going to be great, nothing matters, no consequences, no accountability. Women are not great at taking accountability. But then they realize after when it's all said and done, oops, I made a mistake. Oops, I made a mistake. There's no going back, though. That's the unfortunate part. You can't undo it. Those 100 men ran through you, and now you're ran through. And what was it really worth? OnlyFans, subscriptions, more fans, or more like pervs that subscribe to see you bend over and show your butthole? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that you can make money for it, but you're selling your soul. They're buying your soul. I feel for her, because a lot of women are so naive to this type of work, right? This type of work is becoming more and more popular now because of the fact that you can gain popularity, right? So you can your status can improve, and you can also make a lot of money, maybe more money than you would make if you were a teacher or if you were a nurse. But it comes at a huge price, an emotional toll. And even me, like, I won't lie, I look at the job of a corn star, and I think to myself, dude, it's a lot of fun. You get to sleep with a bunch of beautiful women. You don't gotta take them out. You don't gotta date them. They're gonna turn up. They're gonna be wild. Sometimes it's group. You having threesomes and stuff, or even orgies and stuff like that. But still, you look at it and say, well, do I really want what comes with this, right? Because it has a price, right? All that fun stuff you're having has a price, and that price is your integrity, who you are as a person. And I didn't want that, I think I could still live a life like that, but it's just going to be off camera in such a way where I can't be judged, that this is in my private life. It's not going to be my professional life. And when you do this as a profession, you're going to be judged. We're all judged for our profession. I'm judged for this profession. People hate on me in the comments. Oh, why you reacting to this video? Why you say this? Why you say that? This person already did this. The person already did that. I get it all the time. I won't lie. At times it's hard on me because I'm like, yo, I'm not even doing these videos for these type of reactions, but it comes with the territory. So you got to understand that the positive of you doing, let's say, YouTube in my scenario, in my sense, it comes with negatives. The negatives is that, you know, people get to critique you, right? Public opinion. They get to judge you. They get to comment on you. You know, people make fun of the way you look. People make fun of the way you dress. People make fun of the way you talk. Everything. Everything about me that's on this screen, people could criticize and pinpoint. And I accept it because to me, this is what it's like to be a public speaker. And I don't lose my integrity. I don't lose my respect for being a public speaker. I didn't sell my soul. I put myself out there, and and people will judge me. And I guess you could say I'm like property of the public, right? You're kind of like a zoo animal, and people get to like poke at you, make fun of you, and like look at you while you're behind a cage. But, you know, this is what comes with the territory. So I feel for her. Let's read more of this article, and we'll wrap this bad boy up.
I think I was you know, when I talked to you last, like I was not nervous. It was like the day before I was like, oh, I'm so nervous. But it was good. It was more, I guess the interactions when like, I'd have to stop them early and like, you'd have to stand on business and be like, I'm so sorry, you got to go. And like the awkward interaction of like you feeling pressure to have to make them come if like you haven't spent enough time with them and feeling like you didn't give them a good time because like they only got 2 minutes.
And that's what's making you feel emotional, is that maybe you think you didn't give some guys a good enough time today?
Yeah, and it's hard, I think, having the interactions with them when they're like, what, you're not going to make me finish? I've come all this way. Like, kind of like guilt tripping me a little bit. I felt bad. Like, some people just travel so far. Like, I didn't want to give them a shit time and like come away from this and be like, oh, that was shit. I think sometimes like feeling so like robotic. Like by the 30th, you know, like when we're getting on a bit, I've got like a routine of like how we're going to do this. And like, it just, sometimes you'd like dissociate and be like, you know, like it's not like normal sex at all.
100 men in one day not being normal sex? Of course not. What you thought this was going to be, you know? And the New York Post actually hit on this point in the documentary, and it wrote, although it was monotonously frisky feat, it wasn't at all memorable for the young woman who admitted she didn't remember much of it. She said, in my head right now, I can think of about 5 or 6 guys, 10 guys that I remember, and that's it. 10 out of 100. So she was like a sex robot. And I feel for her. Just look at her face. Her face says it all. Okay? But let's read some of the comments from the documentary, and then I'll wrap this whole thing up. First comment reads, this is the best anti-corn film I've ever seen. Yeah. If you don't want to do corn, this is a good example. However, corn might be a little easier than this because you see, she had to be everybody. She had to be the director. She had to be the camera guy. She had to be everybody. And usually on a corn set, there's all these different people doing different jobs. And so it doesn't rely on the girl just to do it. The girl could just perform and do her job and punch out type of thing. Another comment says, you know, you've just started to disassociate. Babe, that's called your brain and body trying to protect you from trauma. Absolutely, yeah. You're not supposed to dissociate when you're having intercourse with someone. Of course not. That sounds very traumatic. Another comment reads, how people don't see this as a kind of self-harm is beyond me. Absolutely. This is similar to just like slitting your wrist. It really is. Because this girl's going to be suffering from this day for the rest of her life. Another comment reads, so weird. It's like watching someone commit suicide, but they are still alive. Her soul is crushed, only a void left in that body. Wow. And this, by the way, this video has 5,000 comments. Another one reads, she seems absolutely broken at the end, doesn't recommend it, but now she's talking about doing 1,000 in a day. She's got a lot to unpack, a whole bunch. She's going to need a really, really good therapist to just undo a lot of what happened, right? And so, I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. I hope she's okay. She seems like a young girl. She's 23. She has a whole life to live. She's an attractive girl. It's very interesting to see that an attractive woman is going to put herself through this misery. Either way, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.